And so it begins, whether we come back and you catch us on like the 5th replay time, or you were here when it was broadcast live. Bottom line is we're here, and it is Mornings with the Moose. Different setting, different setup. I don't know. Things change. You never know what's going to happen on this end of the screen. So today we're definitely talking about this whole the C word. What? I know, the big plague again. I know, it seems like it's the subject. I try not to make it the subject every week. Hey, Mandy, Joe, what's going on? Happy Thursday. It's Thursday. And no matter when you're watching this thing, it doesn't really matter what day it is, but just know that when we did this, it was Thursday. So good morning, Pamela. What's going on? What's new? What's good in the hood? Today I'm broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube, playing around with this because I started a YouTube channel. I don't know if anybody here has been in this boat, but I started a YouTube channel back in, I don't know, 2015. It was like another one of those Wild Wild West places. It was just starting to be something where you could put your videos, and I thought, oh, this is cool. Didn't really understand it. Didn't have anybody that could show me what it was about because it was so new. And I didn't know. So there it sits, right? I've got videos out there from way back when. And then I stopped putting content there because I really liked Facebook. So, but I'm going to be giving it some love again. I'm going to bring it on back. And I know I said I was going to talk about a little bit about that, what the virus thing, because I just saw a new report that if you are, I mean, they're talking about people who are more susceptible, right? The people that are more susceptible, who have existing health conditions, and what? And if you have weight trouble, weight issues. So Mandy Joe, you and your exercises, we could tell people. But apparently, I don't know if it's just obese or morbidly obese, you are more susceptible to complications with this. And it could, I don't know if it could be just because you're overweight. It could be because you're overweight and not healthy and your lungs aren't strong. I'm not really sure. They don't really get into that, right? When they give you statistics, they just say, if you are obese. So then I start looking at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, right? We've spent so much time in this whole, I don't know, distancing thing and being alone with ourselves in our cabinetry, that so many of us are having a hard time looking at ourselves going, oh my gosh, I've gained so much weight, or I don't know, I've just redistributed it. I think it was like spread out. It's now like I'm more settled. It's more on the back end, so I don't tip over as much. But it's going on. Yeah. So Mandy Joe, what happened with that whole iPad thing? It was shutting off in Zoom after 30 minutes. So, oh, so we don't know. We don't know officially because until she does her group Zoom again on Monday. Yeah, see, sometimes we set these things up and we let them sit for like years. So anyhow, so yeah, what's up with that? Right. So I was like, okay, so maybe I may or may not have eaten more than I've burned in these past 6 weeks. I may have. I may be somewhat guilty of that. Not shaming. I'm just thinking, so where does that fall in the categories? If you ever looked up, have you ever looked up what is considered obese and then morbidly obese? Good Lord. Good Lord. They need to put another word. I don't know why they called it morbidly obese. Because sometimes, I mean, I know people, it could be me. I know people that are in the morbidly obese range, right? Like according to the chart. But the sound of morbidly is like, whoa, really? Morbid. God, I don't know. Maybe you could say extra cuddly. Squishy. I don't know. Yeah, see, there you go. It does. Right, Mandy Joe, BMI and working out, because like it takes into account your fat and your muscle and your bones. Like, doesn't even talk about how much is like their fat content versus everything else. Shari, hi. Good morning. Good to see you. So Shari, look at this. Woohoo! We're broadcasting in Facebook and YouTube. I'm giving it a shot again. I did broadcast into YouTube a couple of weeks ago, but it didn't actually work. And I'm not sure what happened with it. So today we're going to test it out and see where it goes. And so what is happening in your world? Yeah, my ideal weight, okay, is 165. Think I'm not really sure. I gotta go look at mine again. I feel like mine's like 150 or something like that, but whatever. And then that goes back to the whole, if you have a lot of muscle on you, that number is not the thing anyways. So I try not to pay too much attention to that. You go YouTube and Facebook for your exercise class. Way to go. Way to go. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, I just didn't. I don't know. I just figured if my YouTube channel was a big snooze fest, there's no sense in sending it there. But I said I'm sprucing it up because I got a lot of material. I got to put it out there. So, so I was feeling really saucy today. Last night when I went to bed, I was feeling saucy, sassy with a little bit of flair. I was a little saucy. Yeah, you would look like death at that weight. Yeah. I know you're taller and it's the bone structure too. Yeah, you're only 5'3" and yours is ridiculously low. Yeah, and when you look at the number they give you on those charts, like it's just, you know what, I just feel like when they put morbidly obese, it's almost like a body shaming thing. They just shame you. If you're at this number, you are morbidly obese. Like you're gonna die. What a awful phrasing. I wonder who decided to call it that. Where did that even come from? I don't know. Trying to keep things in perspective, I don't know. And then, I think when you can get together and I don't know, and educate people in the right way, right? And then we don't walk around with the misinformation. That's why I think that's what's great about some groups that we can have, right? Mandy Joe, you have a group or are you part of a group? What do you got going on there? Hi, Laura. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm seeing some people, but I didn't see Laura. Hi, Laura. What's going on? What's happening? So we're talking about the body shaming of morbidly obese and and how it isn't actually a real indicator of your actual weight situation because it doesn't take into consideration if you have a lot of muscle mass. It thinks it's because it's your number, which is like there's so much that goes into your number, right? There's so much that goes into your number. I want to make sure that I don't leave anybody hanging out there. So, what's happening for you day to day? According to the charts, I'll never be a normal weight. See what I mean, though? That's what I feel like. The word normal alone, that alone is like, I don't know. Just feels wrong. It's just like, it just puts another pressure on you to be a certain something, right? Like, I don't understand. Oh, Sherry's looking for us. Yes, I am a Sherry. Let's tell Sherry we're here. So anyway, tell Sherry. I will tell Sherry that we're here. I'm going to go tell Sherry right now. Yes. Okay. I'm going to let her know. Let's go. I know, it gets quiet while I'm doing this. Talk amongst yourselves. Let's see if we can put... I don't really have a group. Okay, you don't have a group, just a profile on a page. Yeah, you're getting there. Things are shifting. Sometimes you don't need I feel like you don't need a group for every single thing we do. As long as we have a group that is I guess a group that's vibrant, a group that people are interacting, a group where they're getting information either from each other or you is what matters. I think what happens is a lot of people have thrown together groups during this whole thing. And it's been kind of empty. Like it's been empty boxes of groupness. Hold on here. Yeah, and so without it being a real vibrant group, it ends up being like a real, I don't know, kind of an empty space where people go and they feel lost or are left alone. And I gotta admit, I was that person. I did it for sure. Yeah, Yay, Shari, you're here. Good. I was trying to make sure I got that message to you. The interacting is definitely the key, Shari, right? Oh my gosh. So Shari, I was just talking about the whole with this virus. Erg. So I just heard a report that if you are obese or morbidly obese, you have more a likelihood of having complications with having the virus. So, so I had to look that up. I'm like, oh my gosh, morbidly obese. First of all, I don't like the sound of morbidly obese. It just sounds awful. Second, Shari, you know the deal. When you weigh in, it could be your weight doesn't necessarily come out right on that scale. I mean, sure, that's how much you weigh, like gravitational pull wise and all that, but it could be like a whole host of reasons. You could be like 100% fat practically, right? You could be a blob and be 150 pounds, but you could also be 150 pounds. I know that's a really light number. I just picked a number. But you could be 150 pounds and be pure muscle. And it's a very different body. It's a very different person, right? One would be very unhealthy and one would be more healthy, right? So I know. And so when they put that thing out there, it's like one more thing to get you to either feel crummy about yourself or whatever. So, ay, ay, ay. It's just wrong. It's wrong. I don't like the sound of morbidly obese. I know people that are, that, yeah, I had heard obese people were most susceptible early on. Yeah. See, you're 150 and healthy. See? That's the thing, it's like, it's how much of how much do you move? How much do you get active? And I also said that, just because you're obese or overweight doesn't necessarily mean that, I mean, when they put up statistics on stuff, right? You got to remember they put like things into this whole factoring, right? So if they say that if you're overweight or obese, that you are more likely to have complications with the virus, it also goes into what kind of obese are you? Like, are you obese by the number on that chart that says if you weigh this, then you are obese? Or is it because you're obese and inactive, right? Are you just unhealthily over the number that's on that chart? Do you qualify on that chart and don't do any kind of physical activity so that your lungs don't have any strength in them? Because then, I mean, they don't give you that whole part. So it just gives people a whole nother thing. Ay, 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 right? I know, right? Good for you, Laura. 150 and healthy. Lord, I've been on a roller coaster of not doing what I need to do to keep myself slim, but I feel pretty healthy because I do things. So yeah, the virus does attacks any and everyone, and that's the weird thing about it. I don't really get it. You know, I don't totally get it. What's the madness behind it? What's the method it's going by? And then how long do we isolate ourselves? And what way do we isolate ourselves so that it's optimal? Because we can't isolate ourselves forever. That's not realistic. Not for society at all. I mean, not for like our own mental health. And then on top of it, the economic situation will affect our mental health as well. So it's like, ay, ay, ay. So I don't know. I know, right? There's so many things. What bone type? Oh, I know, right? Big boned. I'm big boned. Well, you know what? I think you are. I mean, if you got broad shoulders, if you have big hands, you're probably considered big bones, and that changes everything. So, well, there you go, Shari. Lost a 17-year-old with no underlying conditions in Westboro Monday. So I do wonder if the vaping has anything to do with it. It's like, I don't know. I don't know, It's so unpredictable, and that's the thing. Because it's mutant. I mean, what are we all going to do about that? How is that going to work? I just don't understand where it goes. Okay, so yeah, vaping probably is a factor, but he did not vape. I'm sorry about that as well. Shari, did you know the person personally? Just curious to know how you were on that. I know we may end up ending our own existence. I don't know. The whole thing is just kooky, but figure in the meantime, right? I don't know where it's all going. Nobody knows where it's all going. I just figure we got to keep on being good human beings. We got to keep on being good human beings with good hearts, and be in community with each other in some way that we can. So yes, you do know the person. Yeah, it's one of those long ones. My girlfriend's son's best friend. So no, Shari is not a nurse or in the medical field. Shari runs a home daycare business. And matter of fact, a lot of Shari's clients are teachers at our school system. So, right? See, I just said it for you. So yeah, you got some good scoops there, Shari. But yeah, so I don't know. I think the best thing we can do is find ways to be in community with each other. Let's find ways to support each other and be there for each other. Because I mean, above all, wherever this is all going, if we can't find a way to lighten things up, I think it's for our own mental health and for our own for the health of everybody that we interact with. We are in a sorry state, and I do not want to be in a sorry state. So, yeah, see, there's the thing. There's the thing, Mandy Joe. I know. Found out a nurse friend got it even with social distancing and wearing a PPE, so it makes me wonder if those are even worth the mental problems that come with them. Right. I know. And Mandy Joe, you already talked about how it is for you with a mask. I get it, you know? Um, yeah, Sherry's been battling trying to stay open, actually, Sherry. This is quite a sensitive topic for her. It's been rough, trying to stay open and all the regulations that go with it. I don't know what it's like where you live, but out here in Massachusetts and New Hampshire, it's very interesting what they're doing and how they're trying to manage it. And I know in the schools here, the public schools, like in many places, they're closed. The buildings are closed for the rest of the school year. But there's a whole lot of talks that have to go on in how do we start the next school year, and how do we move forward from this? So, and it needs to happen, right? Something needs to happen of it because we just can't move along under the premise of never being in contact with each other. We'd have to mutate ourselves to be where we don't need to be together, where we don't need to be in space with each other, because we're made that way. Yeah. It's been weird, Shari. It's been very weird. It's been very weird. So, Shari Hasche, what's going on with that? What is going on with that whole thank you. She's been trying to reopen. So essential employee kids, that's the thing. She's working for people that have to work. And it's been heartbreaking. It's been heartbreaking for the kiddos. It's been heartbreaking for Shari because she absolutely you don't know if you don't know Shari yet. Oops, my alarm was going off. If you don't know Shari yet, she is very heart connected to her littles in her daycare and their family. She's just like an extension of the family. So trying to reopen, trying to set things in place for when children come back, but you can't social distance toddlers and infants, right? And do you I don't know, do you want to? It's so hard, right? How do we do that? What do we want? Do we raise a society of touchless, contactless people? I say it isn't so. So we have to find ways to do this. We have to find ways until we understand it. We have to find ways to work within it. We have to see what's going on in other countries where it started, where it happened earlier. Watch what's going on there. And not to say we do nothing while we watch, but that kind of stuff, right? It's just, I don't know. It's good to have connection. It's good to know what it's like to see somebody else's eyes, when they feel something, to see someone else, like the joy in someone else's face, and to feel that energy, to be denied touch, to be denied contact. is really not a good thing for the mental, for the psyche. When it's not made to be that way, it's just not a good thing. And part of being raised to be good humans is to have that touch, that feeling of touch, that feeling of, your connectedness, right? So I am really, I don't want to say anxious, but I guess there's no other word for it right now. I'm anxiously awaiting um, what we can do with it, what we learn from it, what we learn from it, meaning like what we learn we can and can't do and keep people safe. So, oh, I got muted. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. Do you want me to come out and come back in? Let me know. Can you guys hear me? Because if I got frozen, let me know, because sometimes it happens. Yeah, refresh if you can. Go out and come back in if you have to. That's okay. So I'm not frozen for all of you there. What I did was I've changed my broadcast. If you didn't notice that, I took out my virtual background, and I also I changed a few settings because it's just been tough with everybody hopping online in the mornings around here. It does affect my broadcast. What? Do they not know what we're doing in here? So yeah, so I changed it up a bit, and I kept my usual scene. And you can see Bullwinkle is protected. He's got his mask on for whatever that's worth. I've got mine up there. There we go. Mine's up there, ready to roll. And yeah, so all of this stuff, we need to touch. We need to feel each other. Little ones need to feel kisses and hugs and butterfly kisses from the eyelashes on the cheek. I mean, those are the beautiful things. Hey, Shari, I'm glad you're back. It's back to the voice and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, what are we gonna do about that? What are we gonna do? So in this whole scheme of things, right? You get this whole layer of like morbidly obese. Change the dang word on that, right? Like morbidly obese, making people feel crummy about it. How about just more? I don't know, more cuddly. I don't know, fluffy, like stuffed animalish, right? I don't know. And make people not want to touch somebody is hard. It's hard for me to fathom. So, doing ways. What ways are you guys doing? What ways are you guys doing to be community with somebody? Like what have you stepped into? What have you discovered? What have you thought about doing? What ideas do you have that maybe I could help you with? I don't know. Maybe somebody in this group could help you with scheming on how to come up with a way to stay connected, a way to embrace each other in some way. All of this, through all of this and then beyond, because as I said, once they figure out how we're, excuse me, how we're going to move through all this, how we're going to do what we're going to do next when schools reopen, how we're going to do any of this next flu season. I mean, until they figure this out, I don't want to be not doing something with everybody. So I'd love to know what you guys are up to. So, see, I know, right? Right? That just sounds terrible. Morbidly obese. I don't know. It just seems rotten. I don't know. Let me know that I'm overweight, perhaps, and that I gotta, you gotta snap to it. But to say all that, I don't know. It just makes you feel crappy. So, Mandy Joe, I need to get my own scale that I use at the gym. If this keeps up, I haven't done a weigh-in since they closed the gyms in March. This one does skeletal muscle mass and body fat mass along with overall weight. Yeah, those are the ones that are good. Then you have a real indicator of where you're at. And I can honestly tell you, I'm going to be honest here. Shock. I'm going to be honest in this group. Anyhow, I'm going to be honest. My body mass, my muscle mass has definitely changed since being in this situation. So this has got to change. This has got to switch. Stat. We got to get out there. We got to do some stuff. Maybe we should encourage each other to do things like, I don't know, morning squats or something. and come back and tell each other at the end of the day, hey, I did some squats. I'm not gonna run a weight group or anything like that. That's not my forte anymore. I moved beyond that. Not beyond it like I'm so beyond that. More like I've moved beyond it. The other things I'm doing now. So, but hey, whatever works in our community to keep us connected, to keep us encouraging each other, to keep us laughing if we can in the face of things that are just so uncertain, right? You want one of those fancy scales. I want a fancy scale. I have a fancy scale. Just gotta state. Yeah, that's the thing. The muscle mass. I mean, if you're losing weight, that's one thing, but losing muscle mass, man, that's not good. That's not good. And note to self, y'all, you got to do some weight bearing exercises. I mean, it's always a good thing, but I'm going to tell you, if you're over a certain age, let's just put it up there. What if like Mandy Jo, you can help me if I'm wrong, but just if you're over like 40 and you're not doing weight bearing exercises, step on it, get going. Do something weight bearing, even if it's body weight bearing. If you got to do push-ups against the wall or squats, and something like that, because that's the thing. That's the thing. We need to weight bearing is what's going to help your bone density. It's just important. Your muscles have been lacking for months, ready to build it. Shari, how could your muscles be lacking? Yeah, you do so many things around your house, man. Your husband's always doing this home reno. There you go. That's the scale that she's talking about. A little pricey, but you're gonna start running again, Shari? I can't run. It just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't work for me. But yeah, if that helps your mental health, especially, run. But Shari, get a little weight resistance in there. Yeah, and you can exercise with Mandy Jo. It's only 30 minutes and low impact. Hand weights, body weights. See, that's the thing. We had to get out there. We got to do our stuff. But so, yeah, I'm just curious. I mean, you got some things going on where, oh, you do the quality control. Oh, yay. That's awesome. That is awesome. In memory of Kathy, that's awesome, Shari. Yeah, definitely join Mandy Jo's exercise time. Absolutely. And you only walk going faster than oh my gosh, Mandy Jo, you would like so blow by me. If you're one of those fast walkers, I'm a runner that like you could walk past me. I've tried it. I did the 5K. I did the 5K in Westford for the Apple Blossom, the race that they have there. And I thought, oh, I'm going to do this. But oh my gosh, that's a whole nother story. But I registered as my maiden name. It's like a hidden name. One of my names, actually one of my many names in life, so that nobody would know it was me in case I was last. I like that one. In case I was last, I put like another name so like nobody had to know. I was probably 30 from the end. Maybe 20 from the end. In which, I mean, who knows, even 10 probably entered the 5K and drop out halfway through. I have no idea. But yes, I didn't want everybody to know. I was like, I was going to keep this to myself. And now, entrant number, what? Who is that? Who is that person? Yes, it's me. Buenos tacos. Hey, Tim, what is going on? What is going on? What's happening? What's new? So Mandy Jo likes to run. Shari and Mandy Jo, you guys like to run. And good people. I love this group. You guys love this group? The people that are in here? The good-hearted people in here? I love it. Yeah, and there are other people in this group that they watch, but they don't talk, and I don't know why, but it's okay. It's a free world to do it as you please. I love having the interaction. Do you guys like that? Do you guys like that? Is that part of what like gets you going? I think I talked about it yesterday. So all right, I got to tell you this. So I work with some people, some pretty cool people with their groups, their Facebook online groups, and I'm always amazed by this in their community. I work with them to kind of help them with getting the community culture going and all of that stuff, because it's more than just being in a group. It has to have a culture to it, right? It has to have a feel to it so that you feel like you want to be there. And there are a couple of the groups where there's a lot of people in the group. And I think I talked about it yesterday. So, all right, it's a broken record, but it's because I don't get it. When you welcome a new member to the group and you say, hey, everybody, welcome, to our new members. And all everybody does is this, or like, what's up with that? Just say hi to people. Oh my gosh, right, Ellen? Ellen, I'm with you. If I start running, you better start running too, because something's wrong. Either we're all in trouble. There's some like major catastrophe that I am running from. Ellen, I'm with you. If I I definitely like the interaction. You like to watch him? I do. And so that's what the thing is. I'll hike. I'll hike in like a walk, but also hike in mountain hiking things. So I like that too. You got to do what feels good to you. If it feels good to you, you will do more of it. I mean, let's keep it clean, folks. But if your exercise feels good to you, and if your connection in a group feels good to you, you'll do more of it. But as soon as it starts to be like a chore, like I have to show up to do this, whatever that is, you're not going to go. You're not going to do it. You're not going to participate. So you need to be having some fun, or else it just doesn't work. What's going on? Hugs, Heather. What's up, girl? Heather. Oh my gosh. All right. Tomorrow is Friendly Friday. I will be broadcasting out on my business page, The Lightened Up Entrepreneur. And we will have, we won't be just in here. We'll conversate on the outside world, so people can see us and see what we're doing, and maybe they'll come be a part of us, but they're gonna have to go through the screening process. But Heather, the reason I'm shouting out your name like I'm a crazy person is go get your access code. Everyone, have a fabulous access, Shari. Ooh, sounds like abscess. But Heather, get up early. You want to come on the screen tomorrow? I would love to have you on the screen tomorrow. I met Heather down in San Diego for Social Media Marketing World, and I absolutely love her, just like you guys. My friends here, you get to know Heather too. Yeah. Shari. There you go. Hi, Ellen. A nice it. Okay, so yeah, I know, Shari. Well, me throwing myself in there. I know, we'd be so great. But it would be fun to have you on, Heather. I love your energy. Shari Hasche, the other one. Shari Hasche. I'm going to pull you up on screen next week. So I'm just giving you a heads up. I would love to have you. I want people to know who you are. I want you to talk. I want people to feel you, your vibe, your energy, and know what I know about you, which is your incredibly huge heart and your fun spirit. You can see it in Shari's posts, but you can actually feel it when you hear her talk. She's really sweet and fun and sassy, which I like. Yeah. Oh, yay. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, I know. We met. This is funny. It's a funny story. We'll save it for tomorrow. We'll save it for tomorrow, Heather, because there was like a bigger story. I didn't just meet her this year at Social Media Marketing World. It was one of those stories that like, did not know. I didn't know. I knew you before. What? Yeah, it was fun. All right. So as I was saying, if you're building up a community, if you're trying to set up something where let's talk about this. All right. We need to have connection. We need to find ways to stay connected, be connected, make connections in this time of, we don't know what this mutant turtle virus thing is doing, or how it weaves and bobs, how it picks and chooses, how it knocks down or doesn't knock down. It's been so unpredictable. We don't know how to respond to it. But the one thing we need to be able to respond to is staying connected and finding ways to do that will suffice for now. But we all agree we don't want to stay in the no hug zone forever. We don't want, as Shari has her daycare set up, we don't want to be in a touchless society with babies and infants and toddlers and children and our elderly and each other, not being able to hug and hold and And just the human touch is everything. Sometimes just a hand on your hand when you're struggling for something and through something is everything. Sometimes the touch on the hand is worth any amount of words you could come up with, right? So in the meantime, if we can't be doing that right now, what is it that you can do? What is it that you can come up with? And what are you scheming about or thinking about that might actually make a difference? And if it involves groups, and if it involves being part of a group and you want some help with that, please let me know. I definitely have some ideas on how to build that culture, keep that culture. Is what I'm doing. It's what I'm doing here. Apparently, people don't know how to do that in a bigger world. What? I didn't know. So stay connected, get to know each other, have some laughs. There is always joy. There's always joy somewhere in our lives, something to be grateful and appreciative of. Yes, and we did. And yes, we're going, shh. We're not going to tell them about the secret squirrel about Heather and I. And there you go. That's Shari in a nutshell. Classy, sassy, and a little badassy. Yeah, can we do that? Can we be the joy? Can we be the joy? If you have trouble being the joy, my hope for you in this community, every community has a reason, but in this community, my hope, as Tim says, is that we don't have any weirdo salesy things going on here. We come in here hanging our professional hat at the door and come in and be the human that we are. We get to be joyful together. We get to connect together. Yeah, and to be able to reconnect to some joy that we may have buried a little bit in whatever we're doing in our daily life, whether it's building our business or doing our job or um, getting through life. So I'm hoping that you have found some of that here, and that what we do here actually provides you with value. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what your thoughts are. And I am always listening to you because you're in my group for a reason. There's no accident. So, all right. With all of that being said, I wish you all a fantastic stinking day. And oh my gosh, I woke up with the whole I woke up with one song in my head and it quickly switched over to Take on Me. So just so you know, song in my head right now is Take on Me by Aha. So let that be in your head now. You're stuck with it. Go do something with it. Go dance or something. Sending you love, sending you joy, and sending you out of here because this is over. Stop by, stop in has ended. Guys, you gotta go do some work. Go. Go. What do you like? Go. Why are you still here? You gotta go. Do work. Do good things.